Last time we did Windows Fame, Windows and Kazam. That's this time we're gonna go ahead and knock out Bastok, Sandoria, Rauban, and essentially it would cap off for Jeuno Fame too. Jeuno Fame is basically a combination of the three nations: Windy, Nasty, and Sandy. So if you're rank 9, level 9 or rank 9 Fame in each, what it does is, for example, if you are rank 9 in Winters in Fame, like because we just accomplished that Fame quest, essentially that will give you rank 4 Fame in Jeuno. So if you max out the Fame in Jeuno, in Winters, Sandoria, and Bastok, essentially this is going to give you max Fame in Jeuno. We're going to do it the easy way. We're going to try to knock out a few birds with one stone. We're going to go with Selbina. Selbina's my favorite place ever. So kind. Selbina. And I turned background music on just for this because I love the music in Selbina. Can't forget the first time I ever showed up to Selbina. Making my way here from Winters. I was level 9 Red Mage. I was out there killing rabbits and to Buddha, and I get a tell asking me to come join a party. And I was like, sure. I'd never been here before. It took me forever to get here. It's a really long story, but when I finally got here, it was just the music. I didn't even want to leave. I just wanted to listen to the music. And to this day, it's still my favorite Final Fantasy 11 music as far as towns and whatnot. Alright, so we're gonna max our Fame over in the Sandoria, Bastok. It's also gonna max your Fame over in the town of Rauban, over and essentially Jeuno. So you want to come to Selbina, and you can over here to I9. And you're gonna talk to MIllioncorn. He's gonna offer you a quest for Fame. You forgot with Sorte, Feed 'em, Needin', Niji. I really suck at this. Well, here it is. Again, say listen cannily. MIllioncorn. So he's asking for these quest items, right? So he's gonna need 5 Lathian cabbages. Alas, you could use 3 ears of MIllioncorn. Lastly, you could use just 1 clump of boyata moss. Find a mine and cog. Okay, whatever. Okay, dude. So your Lathian cabbages goes in the order and precedence of how much Fame they give you. So the more Fame it gives you, the less you have to trade. If you remember the Winters Fame we did, we only had to trade 55 cornets max out because they were single items. In this case, you get a clump of boyata moss, you'd have to trade him 55 individual ones to max the Fame, which is better than any other option out there unless you want to go out there and grind. I recommend doing the ears of MIllioncorn. You only have to trade 3 at a time, but you have to do it 55 times. Whereas in the Lathian cabbages, you have to trade them 5 Lathian cabbages. You have to trade them 5 of them 55 times, which is 275 Lathian cabbages. Whereas if you were to trade them just the ears of MIllioncorn, you trade them 3 at a time, 5 times, which would be 165 years of MIllioncorn. You get a total of 14 stacks to trade them. And then, of course, the Boyata Moss, you only need 5 of those, but that's more expensive and harder to get. So the best place to go get your MIllioncorn is Argon, Whitegate. Your Mall Garden Moogle would sell it too if you have the key item, which I don't. So essentially, you don't have to trade as much as you used to max out your fame anymore. Square-Enix did everybody a solid and pretty much about half what you needed to trade in for fame, as far as repeatable quest and the value of what you get back in return for fame. Like I said earlier, you only had to trade 14 stacks. It's actually like 3 and 13.75 stacks, but you round up 14. It used to be 24 total stacks of your MIllioncorn to max all that fame. Now it's only just 14 stacks. You want to go to Odd Argon? Come here. That's 9. And you want to come to the first retailer on your left, which is Abuha. So she sells Ears of MIllioncorn, right? First thing up on top for 48 gil, which is, I think, is the cheapest alternative and the fastest way. 48 gil, you need 165 of them, so it's going to cost you 1,920 gil total, which have sufficient amount of gil, because if you did the Cornet quest Winders to build your fame, you should have 11,000 gil from that, and you should be able to use that to buy your MIllioncorn. You buy them in stacks of 12. So, like I said, 14 total stacks, right? And I'm not really concerned about if I buy more than stacks I need, because I just NPC it back. It does not that much money. I only say that because I already lost count. That's 7. I think that might have been 15, but whatever. And then you just head on back. Alright, so we're gonna quick teleport back to Selbina, my favorite place. I wish they would do an expansion to utilize more of Selbina. Like, add stuff to it, like they did in Mara for Cascade. They need to do something in Selbina, like a mercenary headquarters or something. Cool. I downloaded the Final Fantasy 11 soundtrack, original soundtrack, and I would play this in my house on repeat, and have speakers all over the house, and it plays all over the house. Alright, so come back here to Million. So unlike the cornets are single items. You can make a macro to trade them. And same thing with the Boyata Moss. You can do a macro to trade them. But Square-Enix hasn't created a way for us to trade multiple items. But easy, good thing is, make sure I don't trade to the damn sheet. When you trade to him, you trade him the entire stack, and he'll only take 3. So it's not bad. Instead of, so you don't have to do 1, 2, 3. Trade him. Just do the entire stack. And if you trade them all of these, which it would make sense if you can just trade this entire stack at the same time. I'm doing this so I'll show you he's only gonna take 3, even though I put 8 stacks of 12. It would be nice if he just took all 8 stacks, right? So he only takes 3. No matter how much you trade him. It's gonna take a little bit of time. And he's a slow ass hawker. Trying to piss him off because he looks like Matt. Trying to get a Cern fisted. On Phoenix server, and I played during JP hours, so it's pretty quiet. A lot of people like going to bigger, busy servers. I like the server. It's quiet. It's not full. I hardly ever have a problem at any experience camps or trying to get CP, JP, or you're trying to go cleave to cap your sparks or unity points. It's a lot easier because there's not many people. Especially when I'm on JP time, it's not much. During regular North American time, it gets pretty busy. I'm able to find people to help me do things. This is the reason why I'm doing these fame quests. Cap fame. Before I go around and ask people to help me, I want to be able to help myself first. Accomplish what I can on my own. I feel bad if I go ask somebody for help and get out of their way in time to help me to do something, and I'm able to complete the quest or whatever it is they're trying to assist me with because I'm either lacking fame or I missed a couple steps in the quest line that I could have done on my own. Try to shorten the pain, do what I can on my own. Oh, this dude talks so slow. Pretty much make almost your money back, so you'll be alright. I'm concerned about the bit of money. I first got here, I was in Mora, trying to get to Selbina in order to get to the Valkyrie Dunes. Traveled with about 3 other people who were on the way here for the first time as well. We died a few times, making it to Selbina. It took us about 2.5 hours to get here. It's crazy because the party waited for us 2.5 hours to get here. And it was before the 3 level sync days. You would be able to party with somebody at an entire camp, and then you would have to kick somebody out of the party because they gained an extra level, and which put them above the EXP range, and it hurt everybody else except for the person who had the extra level. So would always come to Valkyrie Dunes and see people sitting around because they gain too many levels and have to wait around for the party to catch up or the next party to come around and fight. So I came here to arrived to Mora, and there's 100 gil to 200 gil to take the ferry, the boat ride from Mora to Selbina. I was PC'd everything that I had, all my crystals, everything I had to buy things to get here. Trying to buy these expensive oils to get here, and I got there, and we had about a minute left before the boat took off, and I couldn't get through the gate because I didn't have enough gil to pay the entry fee to get onto the boat. Some dude that was standing there, he was level 50. Guess he was getting on the boat because he wanted to go kill the sea monk. That's what the name of that notorious monster, the sea monk. So he was riding the boat back and forth trying to camp that thing. But I was like, hey man, I forgot his name, but I was like, I don't even know if it's a him. But I was like, hey man, can you help me? I can't get through here because I don't have enough gil. And dude just, his character, you know, you just start laughing. Pretty embarrassing, you know, but I was like, hey man, I'm a new player. I still got this red question mark over my head. And, trying to get to my very first party, and they've been waiting 2.5 hours for me. So he trades me. It's my first time ever using the trade option in the menu. I've never traded anybody or anything besides this little quest that I was doing, and I was expecting him to give me like just a little buffer, like 1,000 gil or something, just to get me there, back, or whatever, just in case I die again. And the dude gave me 100,000 gil. Yeah, I didn't know what to do. It's like, oh crap, man, 100,000 gil? Like, I can beat the game with this much gil. I was wrong. Wrong a lot. It didn't get me. It hardly got me anywhere, but it did get me enough to prioritize gear enough to get over to Jeuno. I think my most expensive investment was the beetle harness. I think I still have that. Just couldn't let it go. It was my first real set of equipment. Back then, +1 didn't really. Stats weren't all that great. But I really wanted the +1, the beetle harness. So I bought the +1. 100,000 gil went really fast. Almost there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stacks left. What you do for fame? I clearly remember it being a whole lot longer. Back then, when I first did this with when I started the game, it was a little difficult because I only had like 30 inventory space. So I'd only be able to have like 10 stacks maybe at a time to do this quest. And I met somebody that periodically helped me out in the game. Showed me the ropes, how to play the game, and what to do. I had no idea fame played a factor in the game. I was like, I'm talking to this dude, but he ain't giving me the answer I'm looking for. You know, what's wrong with this buster? It's like, oh, it's your fame. I was like, fame? Go check your fame. I said, well, how do you check your damn fame? Showed me all that, and like, we need to max out your fame. What he was doing, he was bringing me 10 stacks at a time, trading it to me here so I can trade to MIllioncorn here. I believe it took like almost 2 hours to do it. This game, I've never spent so much time in a game just going through routine processes than I have Final Fantasy 11. Like, Final Fantasy 14? Final Fantasy 14 was really simple, really easy. It was so boring because you run out of content, things to do, or at least things that were interesting to do, like, really fast. Like when I quit playing Final Fantasy 11, I put all my faith into Square-Enix. I quit playing Final Fantasy 11. Went to go play the Final Fantasy 14 beta 1.0. I stuck with it because I had faith. I love Square-Enix since they were Squaresoft. I had faith and I believed that they were going to make the game the best game ever. And so I went to play Final Fantasy 14 beta and then started playing the 1.0 legacy server. And eventually I was playing and I ended up quitting because it was so damn boring. It was basically a lot of button mashing and positioning. Didn't take much, as long as someone knows to do. But and I quit right before the Heaven's Ward expansion. I didn't come back to Final Fantasy 14 until a week prior to the Stormblood release, because I figured now I have all this content that I need to do and catch up on. It was had all my jobs level 50, my crafting jobs were level 50. I don't even like crafting. I don't even craft in this game. But it was so easy in Final Fantasy 14. And you just had so much time to sit around and do nothing. I crafted and ended up getting 50 on every job. So I came back about a week before Blood release, and I burned through all of Heaven's Ward. And I used to I main Bard. When I jumped into Heaven's Ward, I decided to play a different job. I started playing Warrior. I had to catch up with the level cap. Then I did the level cap for all the jobs except for crafting jobs. I left it at 50 because give a damn. And what I did like doing was I capped my fishing job, and then I did spend a lot of time just doing fishing and desynthesizing fish. Found that to be really fun. The game was so boring. Alright, last trade. Oh my goodness. So I burned through Heaven's Ward all the way through it in a week. So I'm the type of person when I play, I can grind if I need to. I will play like 30, 40 something hours straight if I have the time and time off. Good. I just go check our fame. Here in Sandoria, check your map, and go to K6. Lion Square. So one thing kind of makes sense is all the NPCs that check your fame, they're all hanging out in like a tavern or a bar. So dude, check my fame. Lady Charith. Isn't a soul in the kingdom that doesn't consider you a hero. As a representative of the people of Sandoria, I humbly ask you continue your efforts for the good of the country. May the light of the goddess shine upon you. So that's the sentence you're looking for, or the phrase you're looking for when you're capping your fame in Sandoria. What was capped there should also be capped in Bastok. Here's 4.3. Here's the steaming sheep on the map. It's 6 map. I want to talk to Flacco here. Hello, Joey. He's gonna tell you a thing. It's you, Charith. I've known you since you started off here in Bastok. I never thought you would come this far. You've become a household name in these parts. You're even considered a hero by some. Like me. May the goddess Altana look down upon you favorably in your journeys. Alright. So, at this point, fame is maxed in Winders. Fame should be maxed in Sandoria. And fame is also maxed in Bastok. Also Kazam and Rauban. So with the 3 main nations fame capped, that automatically caps your fame over in Jeuno. So your Jeuno fame is also capped now too.